Hello my friends, thank you so much for tuning in and welcome to my channel. As you can see from the title, this is going to be a buy no buy video. I have my list here. I know my makeup it's too much. It's a little too much, but I'm loving it. Look at that. Looks like I have diamonds on my eyes. I was a little fed up with all this, either like literally no makeup or then just like matte looks that I've been doing here on my channel. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to do something. So I just, when you take a very long break, then you just go like full on. So yeah, I love this eyeshadow. This is actually loose pigments from an indie brand. I think you can find it on Etsy for US customers, and they also have their own website. So the brand is Sigil, inspired by Tammy Tanuka. So I recently got a fun package from her. Well, not PR, I bought it. So I just put it to test, and definitely look out for a swatch video. I've bought so many times, but this time around I really wanted to do a swatch video. So yeah, let's just get into my list. First is Wayne Goss's lipstick collection. He's coming out with a cosmetic line, and I gotta say it was very easy. So okay, let's go back. He has like lipsticks, lip glosses, and lip liners. Lip liners, I'm not against lip liners. I just don't use it just because I'm lazy. Pure laziness. The fact that I have to like pick a lip liner, and I'm someone who prefers to change lipsticks during the day. Yes, I'm too much. So I change lipsticks during the day. So I usually have more than 3 lipsticks. Yes, not more than one. More than 3 lipsticks. Definitely things that at least 3 options that complement my eye look for the day. So to carry around lip liners, it's a lot of work. So no to the lip liners. And the lip glosses were, I feel they all look the same, except one bronze color. Otherwise they all look the same. But the lipsticks, I was very interested. I already picked up 3 lipsticks. I think it was very easy for me because there are not a lot of dark colors. There are only like 8 shades, I think, out of which 3 are kind of like on the medium dark side. I didn't see any vampy color, so I picked up all 3 medium dark colors. I think one is Orchid, Zabini or Zanini. I don't know, guys. It's on the way. It's Beautylicious already shipped it, so I've got the shipping confirmation. It is on the way for sure. I'm doing it. I'm doing a review, so look forward to that. So Wayne Goss's, no to the lip gloss and the lip liners, but yes to the lipsticks. So Nars Orgasm, oh my gosh, when are they going to stop? This again, it's coming out, but you know, it's a little different this time because it's Nars Orgasm X collection. Nars has a blush called Orgasm X, which is just the darker version of the Orgasm blush. Now the Orgasm blush, I think it's a little light for dark skin, so the Orgasm X is good, but they tempted me. Nars really tempted me because this launched at the very last day of the Sephora sale, the VI Bureau sale that was going on, very last day, and I added it, and I was just about to click, and I was like, wait a minute, let's take a look at this palette. Okay, there's just there's a face palette. I didn't tell you guys that there's a face palette, and then there's the quads, eyeshadow quads, and all the things. Those just look, I don't know. The Orgasm X eyeshadow quad looks good, but guys, nowadays there are so many options. You do not have to buy from Nars, spend that money, especially for eyeshadow. You do not have to spend that money from Nars and get those colors. Pretty colors though, yes, but you don't have to get it. I kind of have those color combos on my eyes today, and I used Makeup Forever. This is in the shade Eggplant, and then this is Tokyo from Sugarpill, and I also have this shade called Dusty Rose. This is from JD Gloss. This is just a peach, and then there's a pink, and then there's a very dark eggplant shade. I just put those together, and this kind of is what the Nars Orgasm X eyeshadow quad looks like, kind of. So like I said, you don't have to, but let's get back to the face palette. That's what I was started with, and then I just deviated. So the face palette, I was so tempted because I don't know, it looked so pretty. It looks stunning. It looked like the best palette ever because the colors are very pretty. But if you look at it, the gold highlight, there's one gold highlighter, which is the gold highlighter that Nars puts in everything. And I'm positive if you love highlighters, even the slightest bit, you definitely have that tone of highlighter in your collection for sure. So you don't have to spend that. And if you think about it, if you really want the orgasm blush, just buy it in the singles. You do not, this is like 45, I think $45 the face palette. You do not have to spend $45 to just get one blush, which is ideal on your skin tone, you know. So if I want the Orgasm X blush, I would just buy the singles. And what with, I think it's $30, and with the discount it's probably going to come up to, with tax, 25 or something like that. So that's much cheaper than spending 44 I think. That is before tax. So think about it. So I think if you like any of the blush in the Orgasm X palette, get the single. Just get a single. Or maybe if you have like a skin tone that flatters both the Orgasm color blush and the Orgasm X blush, and you still don't have it, I think it's a good deal. Yeah, sure, why not? But for me, it's a no. Next, Give Me Glow Cosmetics, right? Give Me Glow Cosmetics has come out a palette called Spicy Collection. This is like 2 years ago kind of a trend. It's just like reds. Hang on, let me quickly see. Reds and golds and oranges, I think. Let me quickly see if I can find that here on Trend Moods page. Yes, I was surprised. This is like an age-old trend. This was the trend, and then we moved to berries, and then we moved to greens and neutrals with a pop of blue, and then we are I don't know where we are, to be honest, right now. I don't know where we are. Right now we are with metallics, to be honest. More than a color story, we're just with multi-chromes, duochromes. So this, I've just bought one palette from them, the Juicy Olive, yeah, I think it's called the Juicy Olive. So that was good. The formula was pretty fantastic for that palette, and the color story was also good. But this is like, I don't know, I don't think anybody should get this palette, to be honest, unless you're just entering into makeup, unless you just got crazy about makeup. In that case, maybe you want me to get it, because I do like their formula. But otherwise, otherwise you definitely have this color story in your collection. So I'm not going to bother. It's a no for me. I was just hoping that they could have come out with something special. This is just like this is like makeup leftover. Not my term. Makeup Struggles here used to do videos, but not anymore. She did like a video on makeup leftovers, where companies just pick colors from earlier releases and kind of put them together. So anyways, so this for me, in Makeup Struggles' words, this is a makeup leftover. And then again, speak of makeup leftovers, Melt 420 palette. Let me quickly, because I just don't want to speak shit about a palette without for sure confirming the color story. Guys, this looks literally like, it reminds me of the Gemini palette. I don't know what else. This just looks like a Gemini palette, but more leaning towards yellow and not green. The Gemini palette is more leaning towards green, and this is, I don't know how else to describe. The Gemini palette is yellows, browns, and olive greens. That's pretty much what's going on. That's a color story. The 420 palette, which is like the latest color story, is just like greenish but leaning more towards yellow, and then there's browns and golds. This is a classic example of makeup leftover, to be honest. It's like a firm no. It's a no buy for me, sure. I don't think anybody else should be even buying this. Maybe this is good, probably, because this is it's entirely a matte palette, with exception for one shadow, which is a metallic, which is just a regular yellow gold, which everybody can get everywhere at a really good formula, because yellow gold, I don't think any company really messes up like a gold metallic shadow. Otherwise, I don't know. This is just a waste of launch, in my opinion. Melt 420 palette, a big no. It was such an easy no. Probably because I already have the Gemini palette, I have the Juicy Olive palette, so it's a no. But if you don't have these palettes, they are still available. To be honest, they're still available, and I love the formula for both the palettes. So, but if you like this specific color story in specifically, you know, like greenish but leaning more towards yellow, I think you should go for it, because I think you know, Mel's matte formulas are really good, so go for it. So next, Sugarpill. This is odd, but you know, their I don't know, their supply chain, their logistics, their manufacturing thing, it's their, I suppose it's their problem. They couldn't launch more than one single eyeshadow, which is a pity because they have a brilliant formula, and they specialize in colors, very pretty colors. So Sugarpill, it's a pity. They've come out with one single eyeshadow in the shade Bitter Melon. I think they teased around 6 new eyeshadows, colors, all of them colors, colorful eyeshadows, I think 2 years ago, or at least a year and a half ago, but they ran into some manufacturing issues or something happened, so they said that they could not launch it. So they are just launching them in batches. So they launched 4 eyeshadows. Yeah, 4 eyeshadows last summer, which I got, and I also have a review down here. Actually, Tokyo, the shade, one of the shades I have on my eyelids today, is one of those shadows. This is like a pretty pink color, very pretty. Look at that, and it blends like a dream. So it's one of those colors. So Bitter Melon is like a beautiful, like a in-between teal. It's not leaning too much green, it's not leaning too much blue. It's a beautiful, it's not a very dirty green. I feel it's a vibrant teal color, and they just launched one, and I'm itching to get it, for sure. But it's just one color, and I don't need anything else from Sugarpill at the moment. I just don't need anything else. So I'm thinking, how do I get it without paying for shipping? So if I'm able to get it without shipping, if they do like free shipping for some reason, I would absolutely rush in and get it for sure. Or if it's available on Ulta's website, for sure. But I am for it. It's a buy for me for sure. But yeah, let's move on to Colourpop Celestial palette. Now, just looking at my list, I don't remember what this palette looks like, because everything from all those 9-pan shadows from Colourpop, they all look the same, you guys. I cannot believe people are buying it. I just don't believe it. How are people buying it? I cannot wrap my mind around it. They all look the same. They all look the same. Where are you? I'm not able to find it for some reason. Oh no. Oh yeah. Got it. Okay, this is a Celestial collection, not a palette. Celestial collection, where they have 2 palettes, which is like, one is a peachy toned palette with, looks like it has like a glitter, pressed glitter, and then one is like a mauve toned palette, and both have golds and bronzes in the palette. And the matte eyeshadows, the transitioning colors in the peach tone palette are like peachy brown, and the mauve toned, purple mauve toned palette, the transitioning colors are kind of cool tone browns and taupey kind of browns. It just looks so boring, and they all look the same. I'm not able to tell the difference, to be honest. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know, guys. And it's so easy for me to say no to Colourpop. They've just been releasing products that I'm not a big fan of. Their pressed eye powder eyeshadows, not really. I am just waiting for them to come out with a brand new collection of their Super Shock shadows and Ultra Satin lipsticks. The Ultra Satin liquid lipsticks. Those 2, I'm just waiting for them to really do something about it. Okay, this is a very old launch. Pat McGrath's Divine Rose, but not too old. I think last year, like the end of last year, she launched, right? Yeah, this is not that old, but they've been teasing it so many times. It's been relaunched and just like released so many times. So I feel it feels like it's a very old palette that is keep coming back. I don't understand the hype behind the Divine Rose palette. Okay, I'm not going to pretend here and say that I didn't like it when she first launched, when I saw the pictures. Honestly, I was all for buying it. but I had just bought the Midnight Sun palette, and then I really needed a break because both palettes are very expensive, so I wanted a break. So around like this time around, say like June or May, what June, we're not even in June, around May or something, I was leaning towards buying the palette for sure. And believe me, I saw every single review video or swatch video of the Divine Rose palette here on YouTube. You know, well, not with people with lighter skin tone, but if you know, influencers and beauty vloggers who had darker skin, if they had reviewed it, I watched that. I gotta say, it looks very ordinary. It looks so ordinary. I don't know, the duochromes look just like gold, and there's like a pink, hang on, there's some kind of noise out. I need to go check it out. I'll be right back. Sorry about the interruption, guys. I just had to pop out for a second. So we were discussing the Divine Rose palette, and gotta say, the mattes look pretty, the metallics look pretty, but it just looks so ordinary. I just was expecting something else. The duochrome is pretty, but it just kind of looks gold on my skin tone, and the pink is just a pink that I already have, and there are some repeats, so it's a firm no for sure. And moreover, she's teasing a color story on Instagram. Stunning, a beautiful sunset. There's like red, pink, purple. I cannot wait for the reveal. I just can't. It's like I cannot. Okay, anyways, next, moving on to the next one. House Labs is coming out with lip gloss. I gotta say, House Lab doesn't have a personality. It doesn't have an identity, I feel. You know how Fenty Beauty has an identity, like Rihanna herself is like the identity of you know, her personality is Fenty Beauty's personality. She's like showing her face all the time on social media. When it comes to Fenty Beauty, she's like just wearing Fenty Beauty around the house, doing fun videos, just casually getting ready with that. But I don't know, Lady Gaga's like, I feel she's so distant from the house, her brand, and for that reason it lacks a personality and identity. So House Labs' lip gloss is just a lip gloss, you know, but Fenty Beauty's lip gloss is something that Rihanna wears. Whether she wears it on a daily basis or not, we don't know for a fact, but we feel that it is her, it's something that she created and she loves absolutely, and that she wears all the time. But I feel House Lab doesn't have that personality, so I'm just not able to relate to it. It's just like any other brand, to be honest. So yeah, it's a no. Honestly, I think they have some fun colors, if I'm not wrong. Let me quickly check. It was few weeks ago, but I believe they had some fun colors, if I'm not wrong. Yep, I see. There's like a blue, like a very frosty blue. There's a purple. There's a black. So there are some very fun colors. And there's like a frosty purple, like a pale pink. Very fun colors, to be honest. But there's just like one picture of her wearing one color. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel she needs to invest more time in like associating herself with her brand more, to be honest. So anyways, next, Nabla is coming out with 3 mini eyeshadows, I think, and mini lip gloss. Hang on, let's see what Nabla is up to. Okay, this is just something in my head. I didn't hear it anywhere, so like, but this is just in my head. When Nabla, you know that Nabla is like it's based on Italy. It's an Italian brand. So they came to the US, as in they started being carried at Ulta very recently. But before that, there used to be some influencers who were like mid-size influencers. I don't want to name names, but they used to just, maybe they still do. I kind of like stopped using, like viewing their content. Just no specific reason. I just stopped, to be honest. So they used to just rave about Nabla's formula and how amazing, how incredible. It's like expensive, the shipping is expensive. In fact, a lot of people were putting Nabla on their like wish list and stuff like that. Still haven't found Nabla's mini eyeshadows, to be honest. Where the hell is it? man. So where was I? Yeah, so they used to just like rave about Nabla's formula and how amazing it is, but once it started carrying at Ulta, I haven't seen like even a 5-star review of their eyeshadow palettes, to be honest. And people who have bought their palettes have said that it's like okay quality, it's not really bad, it's not really good, it's just an okay brand and okay quality. So anyways, that's just something. when a lot of people use it, I feel the true like review, you're able to see how people really feel. Yes, I finally found out they're coming out with 3 cutie palettes. So the mini palettes is cutie palettes. One is Metropolitan, then there's one is Platinum. I believe Platinum is like cool toned, very cool tone, like cool brown, very cool, like a charcoal cool brown. Then there's a very cool, very gunmetal-y silvery color, and then there's silver, and then one is like red coral, then golds, and one is like a berry. So there are 3 looks. Honestly, this is kind of the reason I'm not too much into Nabla, because generally the color stories are not very eye-catching. It's kind of pretty, but still at the same time I feel it's either too grungy or too one color story. It's just one color story, and when they come out with like, it's just not the color story. That's another point. I'm seeing reviews and people saying that it's all right, it's not like the top of the world, you know what I mean? So I'm just, well, the color story is not very inviting for me, and based off the reviews of their eyeshadow formulas, I don't know, it's not a big deal. I'm not like rushing to get. Oh, next is Novena Volume 4. This is one of those huge palettes that she came out with last year, the 3, Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 3. It was such a difficult decision for me to pick which palette. Honestly, I would not have minded to buy all 3 palettes if I had absolutely loved it, but it's impossible. It would have been impossible because I already have so many eyeshadows, and for a palette that is this big, there's bound to be repetition, there's bound to be redundancies, and the metallic formula in all of the 3 palettes were not good. Not good, especially given the fact that we have so many good options right now with other brands, indie brands, with at such a good price, where their metallic eyeshadows are so good. And Novena's, these palettes, at least Volume 1, 2, 3, just bad metallic eyeshadow formula. They are thin and you can make them work. I'm not saying they're impossible. I'm not saying it's an F, it's like a complete fail. No, you can definitely make it work. You can definitely put a little bit of sticky base and make it work, but it's not, it's a very C. I would give it a C, definitely. It's not that amazing, to be honest. So let me quickly look at, that's just my overall review of the Volume 1, 2, 3. The mattes are actually good, except for the very pale lime green kind of colors and the pale yellows, but otherwise the mattes are actually quite good. My favorite is a Volume 3. It's pretty fantastic. There are some unique colors, to be honest, especially the fact that it's like a coral palette. Is it a coral palette or an orange? I think it's a coral palette. The theme is coral, and you don't see a lot of coral there, but once you swatch it on your skin, you see like a coral, orangey coral kind of a theme going on. So it's really good. But this palette, again, it's a little chaotic because I'm seeing purples and pinks. The Volume 1 was also purples and pinks. So why is there like a repetition here? To be honest, I don't see it. There's like a yellow. This yellow is like in all 3 palettes, not the Volume 1. I think Volume 2 and Volume 3 have the kind of this lime green, lemon yellow kind of a tone, which was not good. And the metallics, again, why the hell? Look, see, from swatches that I'm seeing, even on light skin, the metallics, they all kind of look the same. The color story itself, they're like peachy champagne gold. I don't know, I'm just not into it, but I do see some very pretty colors like coral, like a pinky coral, and then like a strong vibrant neon pink. Then so I do see that, but I don't know, look at the color story I have today. It's very similar to what I see, the mattes at least. I used this, a pink, and then a coral, then like a purple shade as well. You can kind of create a color story similar to that. And another palette is like the berries palette. Look at that. The colors are kind of, you can create a color story like that from what you see in the Novena 4 palette here and this palette that you see here. It's kind of, I wouldn't say similar, but you can create kind of berry tone looks with a lot of other palettes that are available. $60. I mean, it's made in China. Why is it $60? And I believe there are like 2 pressed glitters, which I'm not like against it, but I'm not like for it, you know. So I'm like, it's probably a no for me, to be honest. There are so many no's. Wait a minute. Except for Wayne Gauze, I think all of them is a no. This could have been in another anti-haul, to be honest. This could have been another anti-haul, right? Oh wait, Sugarpill was a buy. Yeah, the Sugarpill Bitter Melon Shadow. I really wanted it, so yeah. Okay, let's look at another lip balm kind of thing that Huda is coming out with. Huda Beauty is coming out with diamond lip. What are these called? Diamond. I was in a hurry, so I just quickly jotted down some keywords. So I just have Huda and then I have diamond. So let me quickly see what this is called. Yeah, I got it. These are called Diamond Hydrating Lip Balms. I don't like it when lip balms and hydrating are in adjacent with glitter and shimmers. Like, look, you can put glitter lipsticks and shimmery lipsticks, but they don't market it as like lip balms, right? So these are kind of like marketed as lip balms, having a diamond-like sparkle and a mix of rich emollients, including mango seed butter to soften your lips and leave them pillow-like and supple. $25? You're kidding. And they all look the same. They all look the same. I don't like the fact that, and it kind of looks the same. It looks like there's fungus growing on the lipstick, but I believe it's like for aesthetic, like glitter, diamond, glitter, you know, kind of to bring out the aesthetic of diamonds, you know. But at least in the pictures it kind of looks, especially on the darker, honestly in all the colors, it looks like some kind of a growth on the lipstick. It doesn't look very attractive. So anyways, it's a no, because first of all, $25, no, for a lip balm. And then even the darker shades and the lighter shades, they all look the same. I'm telling you, they all look the same. They all look like white and frosty on dark skin and has a very, very, very mild color on lighter skin. I'm just looking at swatches. It's just, I feel it's not worth it. It's a no for me. It's a no buy for me. This last one was, I was almost positive I was going to buy it. Milani Makeup Melter. I was going to buy it, to be honest, because I like Milani. I like support their launches. Their launches are pretty good most of the time. And I quickly wanted to see what the ingredients are. To be honest, I believe I don't know, the ingredients list was not very satisfactory, to be honest. Okay, let's quickly see what their like main selling point is. Their main selling point here is, where are you? Yeah, the main selling point is that it has squalane, shea butter, and then it has cannabis sativa seed oil. So these are the 3 main selling points, but I'm very disappointed to see that shea butter and squalane come at the very end. Like, I think like as like last 3rd ingredient or something. These 2 ingredients especially come at the very end, which means it's very, very, very little of squalane and shea butter in the makeup melter, and that seems to be like the biggest selling point. That's kind of very misleading in my opinion. Let me quickly check Milani Cosmetics, and from what I remember, I saw a lot of like fruit peel oil, like citrus peel oil. I saw orange peel oil, and I think they are all essential oils, if I'm not wrong. I could be. Tell me if I'm wrong, for sure. But I think I saw a lot of lemon peel oil, orange peel oils, lavender oil. I believe these are all essential oils which are skin irritants. These are the oils that I see like in the forefront, not squalane. Squalane and shea butter are very much at the end. So for me, again, what's inside it? You see, I'm seeing like definitely a cannabis sativa seed oil is like somewhere in the front, but again, actually safflower seed oil is like the second ingredient, but they have not used that to market it. You know, like they have bergamot fruit oil, grapefruit peel oil, they have some tree bark oil, clary oil, like root oil, lemon oil, basil oil, resin oil. Like there are lots of oils there, but I believe there are a lot of essential oils, like some things that would like irritate your skin. I'm very, very, very disappointed that squalane and shea butter is like at the very end. So that was really disappointing. So it's a no for me again. So it's almost an anti-haul except for two launches. So yeah, hope you guys found this video fun and entertaining. Give this video a thumbs up if you haven't already, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you guys very soon. Bye bye.